Sniff some.
Well, what? Was that gonna be?
Okay, here we go. Well, sniffling, sneeze, snort, and cough. Better do it now because we're off. That's what my dad would say whenever we were headed on a trip.
There we go.
You gotta admit it's amusing.
Oh yeah, I'm really amused.
It's amusing to me, and that's all that matters.
I know.
So, so we're heading home after 6 months-ish of being gone, and let's talk a little bit about Florida. Our trip to Florida.
It was good.
It was good. It was. So the other thing, the other kind of pattern that we checked off was, so far in these 3 years that we've been doing this, every year we've had at least one trip to an ER or an emergency room.
Yeah, and we had 3 emergency rooms.
We had 3 this time, so that was fun. But it's nice to get to know our medical care across the nation.
Yes, and they do a fine job.
They do a fine job. So anyway, Florida, we spent basically from November 15th through April 12th-ish.
Tomorrow's the 12th.
Yeah, okay. Tomorrow's my sister's birthday.
Oh, there we go.
Happy birthday, Teresa. So what were the highlights of Florida for you?
Well, certainly the snorkeling with the manatees was probably the top highlight.
Yes.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah. That was just really a cool experience. And we did a whole video on that. The other thing that we really enjoyed because of the history and just the experience was the Dry Tortugas.
That was also excellent.
The national park off of Key West. Then, you know, I would say probably one of the firsts for us, and also just a highlight for me, was we got a chance to visit family and friends along the way, which we didn't in previous years. And so we had a chance to see my nephew in Columbus, our friends in Missouri, our friends in Port St. Joe, and our friends in Badcock Ranch, and even your sister. We met up with your sister along the way.
They were down there vacationing for a bit.
So it was really nice to have a balance for the first time of really having time, even if it's just an overnight or a day or a lunch or something, to spend with family and friends. That was cool.
Yep.
And the other part was the friendships we made.
Yeah, we made, in Ocala we spent 2 months at a park and we made some really good friends there.
So that was absolutely a highlight, is really making good connections and strong friendships, and strengthening friendships that we had before.
So another one of our favorite, or another one of our highlights was kayaking in Florida. There's tons of great kayaking in Florida. Kayaking in the Keys was great. Our favorite kayaking trip down there was off, what key was it? Was it Marathon Key?
I think it was Marathon Key. It was Sombrero Beach.
Sombrero Beach, and there's a really nice route that you can take through the mangroves there.
Basically, we found our own way through this very circuitous route through the mangroves, and it was just really magical in a lot of ways.
Around Ocala, there was the Silver Springs, which I think was probably our favorite.
Absolutely.
The Rainbow River was also fabulous kayaking, so all of those were really good.
Yeah, and the other thing was, you know, there was some really good biking. Lots of rails to trails, you know, and also some really fun, even riding through the villages. We, you know, the villages in Central Florida was a unique place to visit, but it was fun to bike through there and kind of see what's going on.
My favorite biking was the Santos Trail near Ocala.
I agree, but also the Hawthorne Trail I thought was pretty nice.
Hawthorne Trail was good, and the Orange West Trail near Claremont.
Yes.
But the thing I loved about the Santos Trail was it's not on old railroad beds, so it's a weaving, winding trail, you know, with gentle hills. Through the woods.
Those of us on e-bikes.
Through the woods.
Yes.
So it's not just one big, long, straight shot. Flat, straight shot. So it was very, very interesting from that perspective.
Sure.
Well, that was a long day.
How long of a day was it?
661 miles, something like 12 hours. I think we overestimated how far we should go.
Yeah.
We got a good spot here, though. Just a few miles off the interstate.
And why are we still hooked up?
Because when we pulled in here, it was very close to level. It was level basically front to back, a little off on the side. So we put a couple leveler blocks underneath the wheels. We put down all of our landing gear. And
that's going to make it really quick when we get up and go in the morning.
Yeah, so it'll be really stable. It should be fairly stable tonight and should be pretty quick to go in the morning. So now we need to go in. So we had some rough roads on the way here.
We had some rough roads.
So we're wondering what the inside potentially looks like. So
we do our best to make sure that we've got things secure, but
yeah, we're going to go check it out.
There was some really a lot, so you have to be careful about opening every cupboard. Oh, I can already see stuff's on the floor. It looks like, let's see, we have a towel. Let me turn a light on. We have one of the kitchen towels. We have a pair of sunglasses.
No, hold on. I want to look underneath the slide here if I can.
Okay. We will say we rarely do this. Matter of fact, we never do this. But because it was so rough, we want to make sure that things didn't get under the slide before we open it.
I don't really fit very well.
What are you trying to do? Look under the slide?
Yeah, from this side. Let me just go look over here once.
I'm gonna shut the screen so we're not.
Yeah, I think we're good.
You need to be super careful when you open that because we had some wine bottles at the top. Listen for something falling off the shelf. Wow, look at that. It's all where it should be.
Wow.
Now, if you move that bag up there, you should see the bottles of wine. Are they still standing up? Oh, a couple of them fell.
Two down.
Okay, now here's the big one. The fridge. Okay. Now you have to open that super slow.
Mm-hmm. Is one side better than the other?
I usually start with the right side. Open it really slow. Wow. Look, even the eggs didn't come off the shelf. Do you see? Mm-hmm. Just look around before you open that left side.
Just berries are down.
Okay. Yeah, those guys sometimes fly. Well, that's not bad. We might have spoken too soon. It looks like there's something that's on the floor in the bedroom slide. What is that?
So this is just a trim piece that goes up here.
Oh, wow. Well, that should be pretty easy to get back on.
That's not bad.
Is there anything else in there?
I don't know that we ever had that fall off before.
No.
Our Christmas lights are on already.
Christmas lights came on. This is the stuff we normally travel with on the bed.
It's all there.
It's all there. Nothing fell off. I'm really surprised. What time is it? I mean literal. What time is it?
Right now it's 5:44. But we left the campsite at 5 o'clock this morning.
Why?
Because we were up and awake.
We did not plan to do that.
We're going to Indianapolis for an eclipse.
An eclipse. We hope to see the eclipse without scalding our eyeballs.
Yeah, we heard if you squint your eyes, you can see it okay.
Yeah, just like this. Yeah.
It might be cloudy. So.
But what's the best thing about this morning?
We're going to Buc-ee's.
We're going to Buc-ee's. Breakfast at Buc-ee's. Oh.
Let's go.
The mothership. Let's go Buc-ee's. That's why you don't go 80 miles an hour.
Well, the plan was to make it to our harvest host east of Indianapolis.
By what time?
Well, originally it said 1 something, but then we didn't account for a time change back into Eastern zone.
All right.
So now we're down to 2:28. It keeps getting closer and closer. I think totality is like around 3.
So we're going to cut it close. And
if we make it that far. And there's appears to be a lot of traffic going north for some reason.
So I don't know if you can see past all those trucks. but there's quite a bit of
basically as far as we can see.
All heading north towards the Eclipse.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd been talking about the traffic for the
Yes.
And somebody didn't believe us.
I didn't believe it when we were planning this trip yesterday. Tom was talking about, you were talking about expecting that we wanted to avoid this Eclipse traffic, and I thought, really? There's going to be traffic on the freeway going to an Eclipse?
Apparently, yes.
Apparently, yes. So we may not see the Eclipse, at least not where we'd hope to, which is this farm that's wide open. But
so I think where we are now, we are in the area where it'll be completely black, the totality, I think they call it. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. We'll see how far we make it.
Explain.
The plans haven't gone exactly as we thought. We were going to stop at a wayside rest, but they blocked all of that off, so we couldn't get there. Apparently, we had to be there by a certain time, I guess. So we're at a truck stop now. We got a good view of the sky.
It's that way. We're hoping against hope. We're at a Flying J.
Yeah.
And we're out in the back 40 where all the big rigs park. And we're hoping that by some miracle, they'll have some
glasses.
Yeah, some Eclipse viewing glasses, because otherwise it's going to be kind of hard. We're going to try to film stuff,
We'll
but
see.
we can't do a dang thing without the glasses. So.
Well, we just can't look at the sun.
Right, but what's the point of coming to an Eclipse viewing and not see?
You still get to experience the blackness in their totality.
Okay.
I think that's pretty good.
Well, it could be. All right, here's hoping we come across some glasses here.
So everybody's out. The smart people have their special glasses, which we don't have, because we weren't planning to be here for this.
So you can already tell the quality of the air is getting, or the quality of the sun is getting really dimmed. It's kind of weird. We're trying not to look at it because it'll blind us.
I'm just wondering how fast this is going to happen. I expected this to happen over a much longer period of time, but
yeah.
I mean, it's really within just the last couple of minutes that
it started to get like this. Anyway, I don't know if you can tell the difference in the light. It's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. This is very eerie. I mean, you can see when the sun goes down, but this is the sun is high in the sky. It's actually cooled off by a few degrees, and it has such a different
feeling to it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it's like it's getting dark. Like
you can just, it's like somebody's turning the dimmer down.
Yeah.
I mean, it's happening so fast.
Yeah, and I'll show you. I'm going to flip this around. Trucks' lights are coming on the freeway over here. Wow, it's just getting darker and darker. People, all these, wow. This is eerie, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So we are now, can we look yet?
I don't know, I wouldn't. It's
wow,
still really bright.
Did you see it?
Yeah, just barely.
I'm going to try to flip this around and make it look, see if it's really not good. You can look, I think you can look now. Wow.
I would not do it very long.
No.
No, I would,
no.
I mean, really.
Did you take a picture?
I did, yeah.
Look how dark it is in a matter of moments.
Here, turn around. Whoops.
Flip it, yeah. Wow. Look how completely dark it is. There's our truck.
Are the mosquitoes coming out?
I don't know.
I mean, it's insane.
It's just like that. Just watching how, just face this way, honey, and watch how it gets brighter and brighter. It's like somebody turning up the dimmer switch.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. That's amazing. It really is.
I mean, you can still see that little tone in the air,
yeah. There's this dullish like, you know, we're not going to look because we don't want to blind ourselves, but
Right.
you know it's still partially covered, but it's just, it's brightening up so fast. Wow. Well, that was something we weren't planning on.
No, but it was really cool. I don't know that I would drive, you know, 1,000 miles out of the way to do it, but the fact that we could just work it into our trip, that worked out really well.
Yeah. You know, we said it while we were out there. That went so fast.
I
mean,
yeah, like a couple of minutes tops, I think, is what they said. But it
well,
was like,
it seemed even less than that. I mean, you could actually feel it getting darker and lighter.
and cooler, yes.
And cooler, yeah. So we've seen a total eclipse.
Yes, we have. Now the big question here is,
Did I burn my eyeballs out?
well, there's that.
Yeah.
But how quickly does it take for the highway to turn into a parking lot?
Yeah, everybody leaving all their little hidey holes where they were spotting it.
Yep.
But, yeah, well, who knows? Maybe, hopefully everybody's going that direction, but
I'm glad we were able to make it work.
yeah.
It was cool to see and experience. It's not like the sun going down because it happens so fast.
Right.
So
All right. Well, we have managed to have some unique experiences.
Yes, for sure.
So now we're off to our Boondockers welcome spot, where we're kind of tired.
yeah,
I mean, it is 3 o'clock. We left the house. We pulled out at 5 o'clock this morning.
yep.
And so we're tired. Well, actually, we did have 1 hour time difference. So we're still 7 or 8 hours driving already, and we have yet
Yeah.
another hour to go. So,
Yeah.
all right, we're off. So we eventually did make it to our boondocking place, which was a lovely farm out east of Indianapolis. Well, our trip to Florida is over, and we have safely arrived
Yep.
in Minnesota.
Our traveling isn't over. We've got some trips planned for the summer. Those will be coming up.
Which we're going to share with you as much as they're interesting. If they're not, we'll skip it. But
Yep.
we have some things planned around the north for the summer.
Yep. And then we've got some modifications, upgrades that we're doing on the camper, and we'll share those kinds of DIY things with you as well.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about one of them in particular.
Yes.
So, all right, so we'll see you again next time with another northern adventure
Yeah.
on our channel.